Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Late Departure. I'm Adam, and this is. I used to say that this is my journey becoming an airline pilot, but I guess I'm piloting an airline pilot. So, in any case, I'm here in Sacramento. Another short little video. We don't always get a lot of time for the layovers, but sometimes, like today, we got like an afternoon, so I'm just out going to Origami Asian Grill on East Sacramento here, and just gonna try that out, have some food, and I'll see. Maybe we'll talk after I have some pork belly or whatever it is that is good here. All right, here's the pork belly shoyu ramen, the Sunomono pickles, and the yuzu sparkling beverage here. As always, I know no one wants to actually sit and watch me eat, so I'm gonna try a few things here and basically eat and talk about it afterwards. But pretty interesting. I think I tried the pickles already. They're quite good. People talked a little bit about the pork belly. Oh man, that was really good pork belly. Yeah. Oh, it's really good soup too, man. It's kind of smoky. I've never had like a smoky ramen before. Gotta love the big motorcycles. Anyways, alright, that's it for this. I'll talk more about it later. Alright, well, that was really good. Like, over the past few days, I was in San Francisco yesterday and, out here in Sacramento today. California, and especially like a lot of the places I've been going to, it kind of has its own unique food vibe to it. A lot of the places you go to, there's always that sort of uniquely Californian feel. And this is just my opinion. Like, I feel like Californian cuisine or food out here has kind of a weird juxtaposition of like respecting where the food came from. So a lot of the ingredients and a lot of the food and the recipes they feel very authentic, but at the same time there's always some kind of modern twist to it. Like there's some kind of, I don't know, new age kind of different way of looking at it. Like the place I was just at, it was shoyu based ramen. Man, I can't believe I said that. That sounds terrible. Ramen, there we go, for all the Japanese people watching here. But it had kind of a smoky flavor. They added some other, I want to say authentic Japanese ingredients, but not in ways that would normally be added. So there's a little bit of creativity there. But overall, amazing. Like I would totally go back there. The variety of, like even that soda, the shiso soda, was really interesting. And, I didn't talk very much about stuff in San Francisco, but all the restaurants there as well, the places I went to, absolutely amazing. Like the best, of every category of food that I've ever had, I found at all those restaurants there. So that's basically it. I was mentioning yesterday, my process is basically going on Reddit, and, I really like Reddit because there's some really good conversations, and if one person says something really good about a restaurant and then 1,000 more people respond and say, yeah, that place is great, and you can usually get a good insight on where actual locals go to eat. So that's kind of my strategy. If you follow along, you'll hopefully find some of the good places I've found here. But in any case, at some point I'll talk more about the whole piloting side of things. Like I said, I don't want to make these videos too long, but just starting and, right off the bat, going to all these different cities, going to, all over the States and Canada. I was in Yellowknife 2 days ago, just all these really amazing places. And it's just so much fun. And, I've worked really hard. It's been many, many years. I think since I started this, maybe like a whole 5 years of time has sunk into basically doing all this. and it was a lot of work, but this is kind of the goal I saw in the end. The only next thing is being able to hopefully bring my family with me, and I guess part of what I want to do is also kind of feature an insight on what it looks like to, be married and have young children, and seeing if I can make that work well, because right now it's tough. My wife and my baby are out staying with my mother while I'm away, and it's difficult not being able to bring them along with me. So I'm hoping to try to make something work as we go, figure out a lifestyle that works, that allows me to live the life that I really wanted here. But yeah, like I said, I'll talk more about that and other pilot related stuff at a later date. Hopefully you guys are all having a great day. I'm just headed off to an ice cream place now, Gunther's I think it's called, another famous Sacramento gem. Hopefully walking off this dinner I just had on the way there. You can tell I've been too busy, haven't gotten a lot of exercise in lately, so got to get back into that routine as well. But yeah, in response to that, let's go get ice cream. All right, so finally got something at Gunther's. Man, it's so hard to choose so many flavors. I crowdsourced ideas for flavors from people who were in the lineup there, but I ended up getting a banana split with 3 recommended flavors. One was pineapple coconut, butter pecan, and I think the cashier recommended something else. I can't remember what else I got there, but yeah, good old-fashioned classic banana split. This is kind of, I don't know, there's still a lot of stuff here that kind of, you got a lot of old school American kind of places like this around, and it's fun. Pretty good ice cream. That's what you want, right? But anyways, this wraps up another layover, and we'll have a lot more layovers in the future here. They had something here called a fruit cup or something like that had like fruit slush and ice cream and all this kind of stuff, so I'll have to try that one next time. But anyways, hopefully those of you looking into piloting and all that kind of stuff, and those of you who are on the journey with me and all that, hopefully you're having fun and you're getting close to this point as well. But just remember, it's never too late. See you next time.